Hello everyone, my name is Vitali. I'm the founder and CEO of the realLaw platform. realLaw AI is the #1 platform for UAE legislation. Today I'll show and tell you about our service on the platform called realAdvice. It's actually a unique service where you can get a written opinion from top lawyers and accountants within 24 hours and in just a few clicks. Let's walk through the platform. You can access realAdvice from the home screen by clicking the realAdvice icons below the search bar, or go to the main left panel and select realAdvice through Practical Law as well. I'll quickly explain what you see in front of you. On this blue background, you see a brief description of the service and examples of questions you can ask. But I'll say right away, they're provided for reference only. In fact, you can ask questions that are much broader, more extensive and detailed, not limited to the topics listed here. You'll only read this part the first time, then you can hide the window so it doesn't get in your way. Moving on to the most important part, creating a task. Click on the Create a Task button. We specifically made the process as simple as possible so you don't waste time filling out many fields, and it's basically intuitive. Let's go through it step by step. First, you need to create a task title. The platform works in 3 languages: English, Russian, and Arabic. So please use any of these languages, whichever is convenient for you, and create the title in a format that works for you. I'll choose one topic just as an example regarding unpaid leave. I'll name it in English. Let's go with that. Next, choose your company type. This makes it easier for our specialists to respond because the laws for free zones and the mainland are, of course, different. Description. Write as much detail as possible. The more details you provide, the easier it'll be for our specialists to prepare an answer. I'll paste a ready-made question. Here I just described how to properly arrange unpaid leave according to UAE law. If you have documents related to your question, please attach them for our specialists to help prepare the answer. Well, let's say I've attached the company license, everything's ready. You just click the Create a Task button and that's it. The task has been sent to our specialists. We're going back to the task center. Now, I should note, this isn't just the realAdvice window you see here, but the general task center for all our microservices. We'll talk about the other microservices in other videos. Here you can see all the tasks you've ever created. It's very convenient because you can track everything within each of your tasks, everything that happened, your question, the answer, specialist comments, all in a single window mode. Let's explain what you can see on this screen. The date you created the task, the title, your email, task status, and task type, as they can be realAdvice, real draft, and so on. And the time the countdown has started, 24 hours to solve this task. Next, let's see what's inside. Inside there are 2 tabs, my question and the lawyer's answer. Here is everything you just entered, plus the document you uploaded. And in the lawyer's answer tab, the response prepared by our specialists will appear. While the answer is being prepared, I'll briefly tell you how the work actually happens. Because people ask us if we just upload it to GPT and quickly generate an answer. And in general, how it all works. In fact, naturally, we use AI to solve many of the company's tasks. But specifically realAdvice, this service, it's prepared as much as possible by a human, a specialist. Our team includes top lawyers, tax experts, experienced accountants, and specialists in various fields of UAE law, including tax legislation. Therefore, the draft answer prepared by the first specialist responsible for the task undergoes several stages of quality control. We check how well it complies, firstly with the law and secondly with real practice, because the specialists working here know that not everything is reflected in detail and clearly in the law. Many things are only learned through practice. And that's why our answer is fundamentally different from what you might get if you just ask the same thing in Claude or ChatGPT. I'll talk separately about the notification system. When you create a task, our specialists immediately receive a notification about it, and then the internal work begins. When a specialist, as sometimes happens, has additional clarifying questions to help us prepare a precise answer, you'll see their question here within the task under lawyer's answer. You'll also receive an email notification that you have a request. You can reply right here, and that'll be much better because you'll see the whole history just like us and vice versa. Then when you reply, our specialist will receive your feedback instantly, and this will help prepare the correct answer. Also, when the answer is fully ready and uploaded to the platform, you'll receive a notification to please review the solution to your task. As you can see, the request status has changed to ready. Naturally, we've already prepared a ready answer for the demonstration, but in reality, since we prepare it with real people, with real specialists, it can't take just seconds. Our deadline that we've set for the platform is 24 hours. naturally during business hours. So if you ask us at 6 p.m. on Friday or on Saturday, you'll get an answer on the next business day, which is Monday. Now let's see what your answer will look like. Let's go inside. And here you see that we're on the lawyer's answer tab where the message is located. It's a standard one here, but sometimes we add some comments and you can download the PDF with your answer. Let's see what it looks like. We usually prepare answers in a structured format so that it's always clear. First your question, then a short answer, which is general information to get a quick idea of the solution. Next, a very important part, since we are a legal platform after all, is the legal justification, the legal basis. So here we write which laws we relied on when preparing this answer, and then the analysis and the answer itself. Sometimes it's a detailed answer, sometimes it's an analysis. And when possible, though this doesn't apply to all answers, we add practical recommendations on exactly what needs to be done. But that will depend on your question, because questions can actually be very different. And since we launched this service, we've already answered a lot of questions. I think our 1000th answer will be coming soon, and the questions have been completely different, covering various business areas, legislation in the UAE and different emirates, different sectors, and many questions regarding interaction with other countries. The widest range of questions you can ask that will help you solve your problems. You've received the answer, studied it, and there are two possibilities. You're satisfied or something doesn't suit you. Accordingly, if everything is great and you got what you wanted, you just click the button. My question is resolved, and that's it. Yalla khalas, we're done with this question. But let's say some aspects didn't satisfy you. That happens too, so you can continue the discussion. Accordingly, you click the red button, choose the red pill, indicating the answer isn't ready. And then here you can type any comment you want. I just won't write anything here to save your time. You also upload it, the comment goes to our specialists, and they will also respond in your chat. So it continues in the format of this request until you get an answer that satisfies you or perhaps doesn't satisfy you but is legally correct. From our side, the main functions of realAdvice. And I've told you how the process goes. I'll go back to the task center where you'll now see the status has changed back to in progress because I was unhappy with the answer and asked a follow-up question. Accordingly, the task will proceed and the solution will proceed. To sum up, the realAdvice service from realLaw was created by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs to remove all the drawbacks of classic consulting, all the extra bureaucracy, calls and correspondence in 10 different chats and emails to combine the entire process for your business request in a single window. Once again, I remind you that the question can be anything regarding legislation or business in the UAE, different emirates, different business sectors, various specific narrow questions. We'll be happy to analyze and answer them. We've already accumulated a wealth of experience in both traditional consulting and the IT business, as well as specifically in ready-made answers to client questions. So we can say with confidence that we'll help you even with the most complex issues. To realLaw clients, I'd like to remind you once again about your opportunity to use the realAdvice service. And for those who aren't our clients or subscribers yet, please subscribe to our plans. Briefly, on the AI chat plan, you can ask one realAdvice. And on our main enterprise plan, you get one realAdvice per day, which means over 200 business questions a year. Complex questions that you can ask on the platform and are guaranteed to receive a clear and professional answer within 24 hours, one business day, based on deep knowledge and business practice in the UAE. Thanks everyone. See you in the next videos on our channel.